Okay, let's take you through the starting grid for KZ2 and KZ2 Masters. Heat 2, here's the grid. Jeffrey Fixer will start from pole position once again with Kevin Stahower alongside on the front row. Enzo Boll and Charlie Turner, row 2, with Christian de Klein and Jens Streuer on row 3. Nina Pothoff and Sam van Verskuilen on row 4, with Daniel Tenbach and Dion van Verven completing the top 10. After that, Renzo Alibax and Armin Piela on row 6. René de Broeke and Thierry Del Rey round out row 7, with Arthur Lehouk and Jano Opmeer rounding out row 8. Cedric Collars and Mickey Bertram row 9. Tom Bracken and William Klooster complete the top 20, with Gil Mertens, Dan Zopfi, Mark Verhoeven, Dr. van Silvout and Siep Kuipers completing the 25-strong grid. Another 10 minutes plus an additional lap. Now this is going to be even more of a Herculean test, as we've got one being pulled into, and that was Renzo Alibax due to start on the inside of row 6. So they're now in the repair area. So that cart, if they get that fixed rapidly by the end of this formation lap, and look at the spray, folks, visibility is going to be at a premium unless you are on the front row of the grid. But who's, you know, a driver's not going to let spray get in their way of the opportunity to overtake and make positional gains. And the wet weather conditions can be a pretty good equaliser. I've seen that multiple times over the last 6 and a bit years since I started, you know, well, more than 6.5 years, more like nearly 8 now since I started commentating. And the amount of times that I've seen so many different situations present themselves, you learn something new every single weekend, or you see something different that you wouldn't expect. Cheers for Jano Opmeer coming in chat, including Jano cooking last to first. Well, it's good to see him, Arthur and Mina, actually come to compete at this this event here at Karting Genk. And great to see a big field, 25 KZ2s, including the Masters class. So Alibax, I'm not too sure if they've got that cart ready down in the dummy grid, because if that is still being worked on, I think we could be down to 24. Thibaut, it is. It is the one. It is the F1 Jano Opmeer. So the drivers now have had their opportunity to get a feel for the conditions. The true test is getting off the start. Don't stall it, don't bog down. And wheel spin could be very, very hurtful to your chances off the start line. 10 minutes plus 1 lap. 24 karts now lining up on the start-finish line. They rev the engines. Green flag, waves at the back, and the 4 red lights start to ignite. The 4 red lights are out, we're underway. And who gets the best start? Well, the drivers are going to have to really, really brave it. Alibax now is released from the dummy grid. Several drivers going off of the runoff area. The 842 of Jens Streuer gets a bit of a hip check coming out of turn 3. And Jano Opmeer just did 2 round the outside at turn 4. And he's going for it. He's right with Jens Streuer. And look at what's happening behind. 2, 3 abreast. They are struggling to get the traction down. And they're going to be short shifting on the gearbox to eliminate the possibility of wheel spin from the rear tyres. So this is where things get interesting. And at the moment, one driver has cantered away into the distance. And I have a suspicious feeling it's a Maranello chassis with the number 803 on it, possibly, or maybe not. No, the 803 of Charlie Turner looks to be in 3rd place. Who's leading after the opening lap? Stahower leads the way in the 811. And there is a little bit of argy-bargy. CRG up the inside of a Kart Republic. That was Jano Opmeer. I think was trying to go for a move on Sam van der Skylen, possibly. No, it was Enzo Bol who was trying to look for a move up the inside because he's got Van der Skylen just behind him. Nina Podhoff now currently running 9th. Arthur Lehouk now 11th at the minute as they absolutely hurtle their way through down into turn 7 off of the Europlan. So Stohoya has a lead of 2.3 seconds. Second, well, that's Charlie Turner in the 803 ahead of Christian de Klein. He's having a bit more luck in these wet weather conditions now. He's got behind him Enzo Bol. And there is Jarno Opmeer in the 802, who went a little bit wide, a little bit deep, towards the outside of the 11th corner. And straight away, putting the hammer down, Opmeer is able to close on in, right onto the back bumper of Enzo Bol. And he's trying to go round the outside at turn 12 in the wet. And that was very, very close indeed. And he was looking to stick his nose up the inside of the 855. So Opmeer reveling in these wet weather conditions. Oh, and Enzo Bol stops the charge of Jarno Opmeer, who was looking for the opportunity of an opening round the outside at turn number 4. But Enzo Bol said, no, you do not. I know who you are. I am not going to let you do a number like that on me. And right behind them is Jens Troyer in the 842. So Opmeer up 10 spots. Made 8 up in the first lap alone. Managed to get the whole shot, and now he's going to go for the move. He's looking for the inside line, touches the mud, and he's got through on Enzo Bol. That's Jarno Opmeer up to 5th place. Now he can go he can do a little bit of hunting. Just to think, Arthur Lehouk did it from 15th on the grid. Jarno Opmeer started alongside him on row 8. And there is Jens Troyer looking up the inside of Enzo Bol through turn number 12. 6 minutes and 25 still to go. Adjusting the radiator flaps on the left-hand side. Where the likes of Charlie Turner. And, well, is that Christian? Jarno Opmeer just went round the outside of Christian de Klein through turn 3. Right on the back bumper now is he on Charlie Turner. This is the battle for 3rd on the road, down the gearbox. So they're pulling on the lever backwards to shift up. They're pushing the lever forward to shift down the gears. It's wonderful when we get these wet weather conditions. And now Charlie Turner runs wide through turn 8. Opmeer trying to force the issue. He can't get through. Turner blocks the door going through into 9. And there is Christian de Klein right with them. And Jens Troyer is with them. Oh, moment there for Opmeer. Locks up under braking. de Klein goes through. Oh, bit of a clash between the pair out of turn 10. Opmeer trying to force it again through turn 11. And de Klein's going to get the inside line into 12, is he? Jens Troyer's licking his lips right at the moment. And Jens Troyer went up the inside of Jarno Opmeer. And they're both sideways out of the final corner. And Opmeer's off! Opmeer's off! He managed to catch the slide. And goes backwards. Does Jarno Opmeer, after such a Herculean effort on the opening lap, 8 spots gained, went from 16th to 8th. And now all that hard work has just come to, well, not nothing. He is still, at this moment, running quite, well, you know, the thing is, you put someone like this, well, straight away, he's dusted himself off. He's gone, right, I'm going to get back on pace. That was, and he'll realise, that was a mistake. I'm not, you know, these carts are difficult to stop at the best of times, even in these wet weather conditions. So now, Opmeer has the opportunity. But look at how difficult it is. The 823 of Daniel Tenbach having difficulty at the same corner like we saw with Opmeer a lap ago. So, yeah, the thing is, it just goes to show what can change. Now, for those wondering on the live timing, Jarno Opmeer is on track. But I'm wondering where he is. Now, what has happened to Opmeer? Opmeer's dropped to possibly to the bottom of the field. Has he? No, he isn't. I think he's actually behind Sam van Verskuilen at the minute in the 819. So that puts Otmere, and the timing's just rearranged. He's up to 7th now. So he's still got 3.5 minutes to go. There are some drivers that he can get past. I mean, Otmere is 2.2 seconds behind Charlie Turner in 3rd place. Kevin Stahauer is still leading, but is comfortably ahead by the best part of nearly 7.9 seconds. And I just noticed Otmere's front fairing is flapping about. Oh, moment there for Sam van Verskuilen going through into turn number 11. Otmere had the opportunity possibly to get through, but van Verskuilen lit up the rear tyres, and we got the traction. So through into turns 1 and 2. Van Verskuilen using the curbing. Otmere opting not to. And look at what he's doing again. Using the outside line to try and get the slingshot. Get the traction down. Point it. Squirt the throttle. Off you go. So Daniel Tenbach, Enzo Boll. Artur Lehouk now up into 10th place. There is a battle in front of these two, and they went wheel to wheel into turn 7, and they've just had a bit of a drama. Now that was Jens Troyer and Christian de Klein. So that could have nearly have come to blows between the pair. Otmere looking possibly at 6th at the very least. But you never know what might happen in the next 2 minutes plus an additional lap. Fastest lap of the race so far by the race leader, Kevin Stahauer, 1:08, and he's just done a 1:08.162 as the 811 from the Netherlands. Jeffrey Fixer 2nd. 3rd, Charlie Turner at the moment. And now the darkness is starting to set in here at the home of champions. 1 minute and 42 still to go. Otmere still pretty much with Van Verskuilen, who sends it up the inside of Christian de Klein. Mistimes it. Otmere has got Tenbach up his inside, and Tenbach's got through on Otmere. Otmere trying to look for the inside move through into 5, and he's got through and has managed to close off the door to the 823. Enzo Boll is there. Artur Lehouk is also there and is still holding station in 10th place. So all of the 25 drivers that started this race just over 9 minutes ago are still running. Incredible kart control across the board in the Masters and in the KZ class. And at the minute, Mark Verhoeven, who started down in 23rd in KZ2 Masters, the 962, now is leading the class in 12th. So we've got just over 30 seconds to go. I think we will be now on our penultimate lap of the race, as Kevin Stahauer has a 10.5 second advantage. As that was Artur Lehouk trying to get through on turn 2 on Enzo Boll for 9th position. Not too far behind is the 877 of Dion van Werven from the Netherlands. Right, timer is counting down, and it hits 0 now. So Stahauer now making his way out of turn number 9 for what will be the penultimate time. Last lap board is being readied on the start-finish straight. Jeffrey Fixer, Charlie Turner, Jens Troyer, Christian de Klein, Sam van Verskuilen, Jarno Otmere is right with the kart in front. And final lap is underway. Oh, right. Was that Otmere going around the outside of Van Verskuilen through turn 12? Well, he went for the inside move, and they were literally 37 thousandths of a second apart. And as Otmere got the move done, he has, but Van Verskuilen looks to the outside through at turn 3. Is he going to get the slingshot through 4? The answer is no. Otmere holds station, and that's now 6th place. But there's still half of this lap to go. And Stahauer at the minute is comfortably leading, let's say. 10.9 seconds up the road. So we are waiting for the checkered flag to fly. And Kevin Stahoa picks up the win in Heat 2. So 2 different winners so far. Jeffrey Fixer out of turn 12, pedal to the metal. The 805 will take second. And Charlie Turner will hold on for third. Great work by the UK driver in the 803. Jens Troyer takes fourth ahead of Christian de Klein. Jarno Opmeer finishes 6th, starting 16th on the grid. Ahead of Sam van Verschuilen, Daniel Tenbach, Dion van Verven, Arthur Lehoek, Tom Bracken, Renzo Alibaks, Mark Verhoeven at the minute does have the provisional class win by just over 2.5 tenths of a second, ahead of Vicky Bertram, 13th and 14th respectively. Armin Piela, Thierry Del Rey, Nina Pothoff in 17th, ahead of Dirk van Silthout, Gil Mertens and Dan Zotby rounding out the top 20. Cedric Collins, René de Bruyke, Steve Kuipers, William Klooster and Enzo Boll ends up right at the bottom of the order after that one.